going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 97 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast bringing together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series, starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 97. Get along, little Pokemon.
Get along.
Gotta Watch 'Em All is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Saturday, June 6th, 2020. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hi. What's up?
Pokemon are the best.
They are, man.
You gotta love them.
Yeah, man.
You gotta love them
They
all.
are. Gotta love them all, man. Love, man. It's all about that love, man. You gotta be like
it doesn't
the
matter if
Snorlax
they're
trainer.
ghost type or water type. You gotta love them all.
Yeah,
Even the fire
yeah,
types,
man.
because they'll burn you. They'll get
They
you.
will burn you, but it's okay, man. The water types will cool you down, man. All right, well, we got some stuff to talk about this week. Some exciting stuff, actually. We had a new Sword and Shield DLC trailer. We have our release date for Isle of Armor. We'll break all that down and build up some hype because there's some really exciting stuff that's happening, that we kind of caught a glimpse of, and it's really, really fun and really cool and some new information. So definitely break all that down. We also have the Gigantamax Festival coming to Sword and Shield for the entire month of June. So now is your chance to get caught up with all the existing Gigantamax Pokemon. We'll talk about what to expect in both games. The TCG Battle Academy is going to be coming out. This is a cool new product aimed at new players, specifically the tabletop or board game community. So making it real easy to jump into the TCG. It's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like how they're doing this, and it's very, very value-friendly. So we're talking about that. Twilight WIngs Episode 5 has been released. This was another really, really good episode. Phenomenal storyline. Really, really exceptional storytelling. Really enjoyed it. And we're going to continue to recap this Galarian adventure. And then we'll finally do our rewatch of Episode 97. Get along, little Pokemon. So, let's start with the Sword and Shield DLC trailer. So, we kind of got like these teaser images from Pokemon.com or on the Pokemon social, saying June 2nd, and it showed the Sword and Shield logos, so you kind of knew, or the silhouettes of like Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. So you knew we were getting new information. Typically, when they do like a trailer drop where it's not like a direct, what they would do is you might see the trailer hit the Japanese YouTube channel first, and then, shortly after we'll hit the US trailer. So June 2nd, the Japanese trailer comes out, right? And I have like a tweet ready to go. Like I'm ready to fire the tweet off, just waiting for like the US trailer link to come. And it never comes. Not for 3 days, which was totally bizarre. So I ended up holding off on watching the trailer because I didn't want to watch the Japanese trailer at first. I was let me watch this for the first time in English. But then I had to break down and watch it in Japanese because I couldn't even get it. But we do now have a American trailer or an English trailer, which is really, really cool, really exciting. And we've got a ton of information, but most importantly, we have a release date for Isle of Armor, June 17th. So we're less than 2 weeks away.
I was going to say, that's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, it's coming up really quick. So make sure that you get this because there's a lot of really cool stuff. So we're just going to run through some bullet points here of what you can expect and the new and exciting stuff that we kind of pulled away from this trailer and from the press release. So, Isle of Armor, Galarian Slowbro. Really cool design, poison psychic type. It has the quick draw ability. That's announced. We see Gigantamax Venusaur and Blastoise, both with Gmax moves that are going to function sort of like Charizard's, where it'll have damage that lasts multiple rounds for Blastoise, like against Pokemon that aren't water type, for Venusaur against Pokemon that aren't grass type. Pretty cool move. We see Urshifu. It has an ability called Unseen Fists that allows it to deal damage through Protect. So even Gmax, like as Gmax moves, you can deal damage even if your opponent uses Protect. You can still get past that. Really exciting. We see the Cream-O-Matic, which is this new item that will allow you to upcycle your unwanted items to earn new items like Pokeballs and some other stuff. They promise maybe some rare items could be generated through this way as well. This is cool. Like if you just have a surplus of a certain thing, you don't necessarily want to sell it. You can just, kind of like change it into, I think upcycle is probably the best way to talk about it. but upcycle it into some new items. That's coming. We have Armorite Ore. We saw this in the code not too long ago, but now we have confirmation. This is what you're going to use to learn tutor moves. We have new moves. Burning Jealousy, new fire move. We have a new grass move, Grassy Glide. So 2 new moves.
I like the sounds of those.
Yeah, right. Burning Jealousy. It's a sweet sounding move. Grassy Glide, too. It sounds cool. Sounds like a dance move. And then we have another really cool thing called Max Soup. It's like, what the heck is that? They show like this long dinner table with this big soup bowl in the middle. And this could potentially be something like the curry mechanic where you're actually making it, like actually getting ingredients and cooking. But giving a Pokemon Max Soup will allow a Pokemon to Gigantamax. So what this is big, because previously, if you want a Gigantamax Pokemon, you had to catch it from an existing Gmax raid.
Yep.
Meaning you couldn't pass that Gmax trait down through breeding. But now, however, when you give a Pokemon Max Soup and it picks up that ability, you can now breed. So, like, let's say you want to run like a Trick Room Pokemon and you want a 0 speed Pokemon, you couldn't necessarily get that from a max raid because those are going to have good IVs. So now you can breed for like a 0 speed Pokemon, get the IVs that you want, and then give it Max Soup so it can Gmax. It's pretty exciting. So that's going to be a whole new mechanic and definitely have ramifications on the competitive scene when it comes to breeding and Gigantamax Pokemon. That's exciting. All that stuff, Isle of Armor, June 17th. Now we have Crown Tundra. This is coming later in the fall. We don't have a date for this yet. But we see a lot of really exciting stuff in the form of new legendary Pokemon. 2 new Regiforms. So brand new. Regieleki, which is an electric form, this crazy looking thing. And then Regidrago, a dragon type Regi.
Wow.
Which looks like a meatball inside of a Charizard skull. That's kind of like what it looks like. Really cool designs.
Now, did they give out those names? I didn't see the names.
So the names aren't in the trailer, but if you go to Pokemon.com, there's actual info landing pages on it that give the details.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and from the press release.
So this is my first time hearing their names, and that's
okay.
sick.
Yeah, it's Regieleki for the electric one and Regidrago the dragon. Really cool. Then we see the legendary birds: Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Galarian forms with new typings. It's pretty wild. Articuno is psychic flying type, Zapdos is a fighting flying type, and Moltres is a dark flying type.
Wow.
So really cool typings here. All of them also have new signature moves. And the animations on those moves, phenomenal. Looks amazing. They show them all in the trailer. Really, really cool. We also see a couple new features, including the Dynamax Adventure, which I think is going to be like, I don't want to say a battle tower, but something where you're bringing a team to go up against lots and lots and lots of Dynamax Pokemon. We see something called the Galarian Star Tournament. Oh, and another really cool feature, hidden ability starters are now available through Mystery Gift via Pokemon Home. So you transfer any Pokemon, so it doesn't matter what Pokemon it is, from Sword and Shield to Home from the Switch. Then you log in the mobile app and you open the mystery gift in the mobile app, and then you can get your hidden ability starter and then ultimately push that out to your Switch. So you have to kind of use the mobile app and the Switch version, so it's a little bit funky, but that's how you do that. So tons of information here, tons of exciting stuff, new
that's
Pokemon.
So cool. I got to get on that.
Yeah, I mean it's really exciting because we have the date. It's here. It's pretty much upon us for Isle of Armor. New Pokemon, new Gmax, new abilities, new items, new mechanics. Very, very exciting. I think that this is really going to breathe new life back into Sword and Shield. I mean, Sword and Shield has done a really good job with updating the max raid battle pool, a good job of keeping people engaged. But I just think this is going to turn it up to 11, and people are really going to jump back into the game. And, it's going to be fun little renaissance of having everyone maybe put Animal Crossing down a little bit and come back to Sword and Shield. We'll have to
I
see.
think so. Definitely.
Well, it's like Animal Crossing has dominated so many Switch players' time. It will be interesting to see if this will have the power to pull people away from Animal Crossing. We'll have to see.
I think
But
it
very,
will.
very exciting stuff.
I think it will.
You still playing Animal Crossing?
I've kind of stepped away.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like I want to get back into it. It's like, I kind of have picked it up and it's like, then I stopped playing for like 2 days and I'm like, oh man, I missed all this stuff. Like by the time I get back to my island, it's going to be covered in weeds. Everybody's going to be mad and want to move out.
Yeah. From what I've seen, like, I haven't played it, but it's either you go gung ho from the beginning or you jump in, you're gung ho, and then you kind of drift away. And then once you drift away, it's really hard to get back in. So
I'm definitely
don't worry.
feeling that.
Sword and Shield. You got Sword and Shield, so you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Just a couple weeks.
All right, and like I said, they did announce the Gigantamax Festival. Adam, you want to run through this really quick? This is a really cool opportunity for people to get caught up.
We learned about the Gigantamax Festival, which is a new in-game event happening right now, featuring just about all of the G-Max Pokemon, like Ken said. Everyone that we've seen so far. And in Sword, we're going to get Gengar, Kingler, Lapras, Garbodor, Corviknight, Appleton, Amped form? Yeah.
Yep.
I forget that he has 2 forms. Toxtricity, Scorch, Grimmsnarl, Alcremie, and Duraludon. And if you have Shield, it's going to be Charizard, Butterfree, Machamp, Orbeetle, Dreadnought, Colossal, Flapple, Sandaconda, Low-Key Form, Toxtricity, and Hatterene, and Kuparaja. So if you missed any of those, now's the perfect time to get them.
Absolutely solid.
Or make some soup.
Yeah, well, yeah, once Isle of Armor comes out for sure. But this is cool. I know I missed Gengar, so I'm kind of excited about this to get back in there and get Gengar. So very, very cool. All right, let's shift gears, Adam, over to the TCG. And I know you guys talked about this on Special Conditions last week, but tell us about the Battle Academy, and then break down what it is. And then I'm very anxious to hear your thoughts on the product itself.
Okay, so the TCG Battle Academy is a new product designed to welcome new players, and it's, like you said earlier, it was specifically targeted for board game community. Just to introduce them to the TCG, by not only giving them 3 complete decks to choose from, but also a game board, tutorial guide, an advanced rulebook, and accessories. They make it seem like a board game, which will probably make it an easy transition from other board game players into a card game. But this is a Pokemon TCG.
Yeah.
So it's like deceiving. It's like, hey, we're going to put you in the board game section, but it's actually a card game.
Even the box looks like a board game box.
Yes. Yep.
I think that's the, from a gift perspective, I think that's where it could really do well, because it looks like a board game and it looks like this kind of all-inclusive, self-contained game. And I think that's what many board game players are intimidated by card games, because most board games are inclusive. You buy it once and you're done. Everything you need is in the box. You don't have to buy anything else. But with the TCG, it's very intimidating because you have to keep buying and buying and buying. So this gives you everything you need to play and sets you up for that long-term and continuous spending, but not, it's not necessary.
Exactly. Yeah, the 3 deck options that it does come with is Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo. Making it very easy for new players to recognize the characters. Each deck comes with a guidebook that walks you through how to play each list, but they look like the EXs that come with them, or GXs. You've got, like I just said, you got the Mewtwo, Charizard, and it does come with Raichu for the other one. They're all from Hidden Fates, which are all in tins, so it's like it's just kind of weird that they're putting these ones in there. There's a limited exclusive release for these at Target, being available on June 21st, and then available everywhere as of July 31st. The best part about this is that it's only going to cost $20.
That's solid. That's awesome. $20 for the whole package. Like that's a pretty rock solid price point. I mean, even for a board game, I think that's probably the going rate for a board game. Even if you wanted to buy like Monopoly or something like that, it's going to be $15-$20. and it's got solid cards. You're not getting generic run-of-the-mill cards. You're getting known cards that are competitive. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and so it's like the board that it comes with, I'm assuming, you know what I mean, like a standard board game board, this is probably going to be like, it folds itself up into a square. You can fold it out, and it's a 2-player playmat, effectively.
It's like the paper playmats that come with the decks, but in board game form, which is pretty rad, actually.
Yeah, so $20, if you think about it, a structure deck is around, $12. So for $20, you're getting 3 structure decks and a very high quality board. I am interested in picking it up. I want to know what other cards are in it. I just want to know. I just want to see somebody else open it.
I don't think you're going to see like some high level competitive cards in here.
No, not at all. But I just want to see, like, if the poison and burn counter are those, because I did see pictures, and it's like, if those are metal coins, like, those would be so much cooler to use than the acrylic ones from the Elite Trainer boxes.
Right.
So it's like,
or
that's
like
an incentive
if the
to buy
GX
them.
token is like metal, that would be so sweet.
Well, you can get that in the tins.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a toss-up. I don't know what the actual contents inside will be. So I want to wait until I see somebody open it up on an unboxing and then get hyped for it. I mean, I'm excited, but I definitely want to see what's in it first.
I mean, the way I look at it is, for $20, how could you go wrong? You know what I mean? And, I have a billion cousins, like a billion younger cousins. So I look at this as like, this is a solid gift. Like, this is a rock solid gift. So, I'm sure these will be pushed through the holiday season, but I could see myself like picking up, 10 of these things and giving them out to all my cousins, all my nieces and my cousins' kids, like just bringing them for everybody. I could just see that happening. I think that'd be really cool. So,
yeah, I mean, $20 is an easy Christmas gift,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great price point. Great price point. All right, shifting gears here to Twilight Wings. This is the monthly series, the animation series, 7-episode miniseries. This is episode 5. It's simply called Assistant, which is a pretty weird name, coming to, that it really doesn't give us any context. But the episode begins, and I mean, look, we had the whole Nessa storyline, lots of action. This episode is all story. And I gotta say, the episodes just keep getting better. I think this might be my favorite episode to date, just because it kept going. I mean, and these things are only 6 minutes long, but it's just story after story beat, after story beat, after story beat. And it's like, man, things are starting to finally come together. But let's break it down. We start by seeing a lab. Someone's like furiously typing away at a computer, young woman, and she's like spouting off calculations. There's a scientist with a clipboard trying to keep up. We see a cute little Trubbish kind of looking on. Then we see a young Chairman Rose walk in and says to the scientist that was typing, like, oh, this is exciting. We have a diamond in the rough. It's been hiding here, all along. And he says, oh, who are you? Like, what's your name? Asking to the scientist. And then it kind of fades out, and we see Oleana in her office on her cell phone. And you see her like agreeing with someone. She's like, yes. We'll take care of it. And then she's pulled away. And then we hear like a loudspeaker announcement like, hey, the chairman won't be in the office today. And the place just starts getting all hustle and bustle. And you see Oleana just go to work. You see her on a job site. You see her in the office. You see her in the field. Like, she's just doing, like, wearing a million hats and getting it done and rallying the employees. And everyone's like really looking up to her. And
they're all
they do it in like
questions, like, what do we do?
But
what do we do?
They cut it in like this montage with music, and it's like so well done. It's like, this is very cinematic. Like, it's very reminiscent of what you would see in a movie. And it's just, she's in demand. Everyone is looking for her. Everybody wants her attention. and she pulls it off. Like, you could tell that she is really the mastermind of all the goings on in Galar. You know, what necessarily does Chairman Rose do? I don't know. Oleana seems to be,
be a creep.
Dude, totally be a creep.
Especially in this episode. Like, if I have to say one thing, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it was subtle, but there was definitely some hints there.
Well, I'll get to that right now. So in the next scene, we see the Galarian downtown area. We see a Galarian Meowth walking, which is very timely considering he's just been added to Pokemon Go. So it was really cool to see him. We see this phenomenal Galarian Mr. Mime tap dancing to like a street musician, you know, playing the accordion, which is awesome. It's just animated super well.
Isn't it Mr. Rhyme?
Mr. Rhyme. And then we also catch, I don't know if you saw this, there's a quick cameo of Piers walking in the background.
Yes, I saw
Galar,
that.
Dark type gym leader. So he's walking in the back room. I picked up on that. Then in the background, then we see Oleana meet Chairman Rose, who is, again, Adam, like you always say, the connecting the dots, the Corviknight taxi, once again in the episode. And we see Chairman Rose standing there next to the Corviknight taxi, sees Oleana, says, hey, I'll give you a ride back to the office. And once they're in the taxi, Oleana's like shuffling her papers together. And on the top of her papers that she has is that same drawing that the kid in the hospital gave Chairman Rose in the beginning of Leon and Charizard. Yep. So then we have that tying it together. And Chairman Rose even makes a joke like, oh, you know, you did a really good job with me not in the office today. It's like, it seems like you really, you're the one that's running the show. It's like he even jokes and alludes to that. And then he makes this kind of like creepy, like, thank you, and like stares at Oleana in like a super creepy way. It's like very creepy.
And then she like almost rolls her eyes and just kind of like looks out the window like, oh, you're serious?
Yeah, like oh my God.
I'm stuck in this taxi with you, seriously?
Exactly.
She's like, yep, everything's done. Not a problem.
And then as they're flying, they come over a Pokemon Stadium, which is really cool. There's a Dynamax battle going on between Lapras and a Colossal. The taxi driver even comments, he's like, oh man, this is amazing. You know, look at these Dynamax Pokemon. And then Oleana starts spitting off facts, and she's like, actually, these are Gigantamax Pokemon. And as she's like spitting off all these facts, we see this really cool fade in back to the first scene of the episode of the scientist in the lab that was typing away, spitting off facts to the other scientist, was in fact Oleana. So we just got pretty much a complete origin story for Oleana, starting in the laboratory as a young worker, being on top of her game then, knowing all these facts, other people couldn't keep up with her, to becoming pretty much the person that's running the nuts and bolts of Galar, to the point where she just knows everything. She knows how to run everything, and she knows information all about the Pokemon, everything. I just thought that transition back to that first scene was absolutely phenomenal. Also very creepy, thinking back to it now, like that Chairman Rose was like, hey, who are you? You know what I mean? Like introducing himself
in the
like
roof.
That. Exactly.
Let's turn you into a diamond.
That was very creepy. And then she finally states like, look, to the taxi driver, like, let's just move on. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, I've had a very long day. So then it kind of wraps up like that. So the whole episode was really devoted to this character development of Oleana, but we don't know why. Was it just to prove that she's really the one in charge of Galar? Or is there something else at play here? I don't know. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know what the relevance of knowing the important role of Oleana is. And then, like they do in just about every episode, there is a teaser for the next episode. It cuts to like this really ominous cemetery scene where we end up seeing Alistair, who's the ghost-type gym leader, and the whole Ghastly line, Ghastly Hunter Gengar, kind of crowding around him in this like really quick 2 or 3 second tease, and then boom, cuts out, credits. So, very interesting episode. what did you think of the storyline itself? I mean,
I thought the
you
storyline
able?
was very well done. The only thing, I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking, but where you saw the Gigantamax Pokemon battling, the animation just seemed like a little off, and I don't know how to explain it other than like it almost looked like it was like choppy.
Yeah, it was stylized.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't have the same flow of the other animation in the episode, but I don't necessarily think that was a concession by the animators. I think that was just the style that they chose to depict it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's just the only thing I was kind of like, eh. It kind of like lost me right there.
Do you know, like, were you able to find a reason why they're telling us so much about Oleana or giving us her backstory? Like, is it just to further confuse us about Chairman Rose? Like, that's the only thing I could think of. It's like something's going to come to a head with Chairman Rose. I mean, obviously, you've played through Sword and Shield, so you know really, what Rose is all about. But it's just bizarre that we only have 2 episodes of the series left, and we kind of have this super funky thing going on. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. Very cool episode, though.
We still have very little answers.
Yeah, but I thought it was cool that we did see the Corviknight taxi. I thought it was cool that we did have, again, the throwback to the original drawing of Charizard and Leon. I don't know.
And we
I'm
did
sure
see
it's
Piers,
all
so
going
it's
to come
like,
back.
is Alistair going to be the next episode? Like something around that? Or will it be something with Piers?
I don't know. We have to wait a month.
A month? Are you serious?
I know. We'll have to see.
I feel like this one just came out. No, I'm just joking.
All right. Well, we have to wait a month for that, but we only have to wait about 30 seconds to come back from our break, then we can watch our episode. All right. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. And we are back from our break. Thank you guys so much for that. We have our Amazon Prime video queued up and ready to go. But before we get into the episode, a little housekeeping. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. We've made some updates to our Patreon, doing some cool stuff over there now in the Discord. Every Wednesday night, we're doing a Zoom call with patrons, so you can hang out, talk shop, talk Pokemon. Last week, we were talking about Sword and Shield. We were talking about Wayfarer. We were talking about news and everything like that. Really, really exciting. And we also have our executive producer tier still available for this show. Gotta watch them all. So if you're interested in that, we have one spot available on patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. But if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. Also, PokemonProfessor.com/merch. Our merch store is now live. We've got a bunch of designs up there. That would absolutely help us out greatly. Check out our merch. All right.
Definitely. I mean, I bought a shirt and a coffee mug. I'm ready to go.
You're still waiting for your mug, man. You're focused on the
straight
mug.
mugging.
You're straight mean mugging.
Mean mugging.
Before we start our rewatch, just remember the Galarian mystery gift distribution is still going on. This week we have Galarian Corsola with the hidden ability Cursed Body. It also comes with some evolution items, the Sweet Apple, Tart Apple, Chipped Pot, Cracked Pot, Sachet, and Whipped Dream. So I think you have until the 12th to get this, so don't miss out. We still have one more distribution coming next week as well. And we skipped Pokemon Go news this week because we had so much going on with the Sword and Shield trailer and Twilight Wings. So just make sure you check out our other podcast, Lured Up, to stay up to date on everything with Pokemon Go. All right, Adam, if you are good to go, we can get this party started and get this episode started. What do you think?
Let's get the party started.
All right, let's start it up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Pokemon.
So, where do we leave off last episode? It was no battles whatsoever, right? Like, I remember they were saying something to the effect of he's got to, he wanted to get his next orange battle in, but I think it's been three episodes now.
It was the Tony and Maria. Tony and Maria.
Yeah. But, like, has it been like 3? It might even be 4 episodes since he last had any kind of league challenge or league battle. So I'm anxious to see if we actually get something here in regards to the Orange League. Obviously, the GS ball, only comes out every couple episodes to be polished, but that's about it. But we'll have to see. I mean, I'm ready for some battles. I've had enough. My patience is wearing thin. Ash Ketchum.
Right?
Give me the battles.
Isn't it always?
I'm like Misty. I just have 0 tolerance for Ash. we have battle music.
Oh man, it looks like they're in the desert.
All right, so Trevita is where they're headed. That's where the next gym is. So Trevita is where they're heading. They're on an island, but this is, like you said, it looks like they're in a desert, which is a major departure from what we've seen. Pretty much every island they've been on in the past, 10 episodes has been, lush and green. I mean, with the exception of the pink fruit, but, forest. It just looked like that. Here we see, bluffs and canyons, and, it looks like a desert. So definitely different than what we've seen.
Oh, Misty being overdramatic.
Dude, they're kids. They haven't eaten.
Why don't they ever, grab food to bring with them?
They don't have bags. You think if they tell their Pokemon to hold their food and then put the Pokemon into the Pokeball, it'll go like held items? It's like, here, hold this bag filled with food and then put it back in the Pokeball.
Just tie it on them like a bow or something.
That'd be funny. Give them a chance
because I mean, if Tony and Maria could have,
that's what I'm saying. You give them a champ 4 bags of groceries to hold.
So the team's caught out in a thunderstorm, rainstorm, and Togepi's just loving it.
Togepi is my spirit animal because through all the madness, it doesn't matter. It could be like walking on a thin piece of steel, frame of a building 20 stories up, it could fall to his death, and he's just like la 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 la. It's hilarious. So here, Pikachu
I like how Ash
sees...
really took care of Misty there.
Yeah, right?
It's nice. It's like,
he stole her bike. He's gotta make it up to her somehow. So we see this cluster of Magnemite kind of, getting struck by lightning. And, I don't know, it just seems like they're all in position to be hit on purpose. So,
Jolteon.
I gotta say, Jolteon's cry here is absolutely hilarious. I just think it's funny that he's just like, Jolt, Jolt!
The hairs on Jolteon's body become like needles that are fired at its opponents. It absorbs charged atoms and can produce 10,000 volts of electricity.
So
10,000 volts of electricity?
Yeah.
Say what now?
So how out of place is this? Yeah, it looks like a desert and everything, but you've got a barrel wagon with a cowboy with 2 Tauros.
What is this, the Oregon Trail?
It's straight up Oregon Trail.
Oh, I see green.
A Magnemite ranch?
Yep. A heap of lightning falls out.
It's why do you have a southern accent, dude?
He's from the southern Orange Island.
I come from the southern Orange Islands.
Wow, I bet chasing after lightning storms must be a really dangerous and exciting job, isn't it?
Oh, you bet it is, kids.
He's like, with my rubber tires. It's no big deal.
He's got a dog whistle
2 seconds.
for the Magnemite.
Great job training those Magnemite.
He's like, yeah, well, I don't have to feed them. I just
Numbers 1, 2,
I just
3, and 4
let them get
fully
electrocuted
charged
by
up, and
thunderstorm.
All the rest of my little Magnemite look to be about 50, maybe 60% charged.
You call
So
them
he's
by
like
numbers?
taking electricity out of the Magnemites. He's like using the Magnemites to capture and store electricity from the thunderstorms.
Can you see a difference?
Look at the animation here. It's so funny. They look hilarious.
They have no nose.
But he's pretty much saying that, you know, he's a farmer and he's a farmer of Magnemite and ultimately an electricity farmer. Yo, Jolteon is the sheep dog, the cattle dog.
That's cool though, because Magnemite are attracted to electricity, so it's like they get out of place. Jolteon just
They wouldn't be able
sparks
to
up a
wander
little
away
bit
if
and
you
boom.
kept 'em in their Pokeballs.
If I had to get them out of Pokeballs every time, we'd miss the lightning.
You only have 9 of them, right? There's only 9. You can have 9
It's a
Pokeballs.
heap of work, Missy, but it's better for 'em to
And I like how, I mean, he keeps calling her Missy, and it keeps triggering me because it's like, if you're going to go through the whole thing of saying Missy, just call her Misty.
There was more than 9 Magnemites in that picture. Come on.
Yeah, they straight up like messing with Pikachu here. And like, poor Pikachu, like, obviously he's distressed, right? These Magnemite are like overtaking him. Look how stressed out he is, and look at Ash's reaction.
Pikachu?
You all right, buddy? It's like, no, dude. There's a whole storm. Like, what are you talking about?
All right, what's going on here, Pikachu? Oh.
Yeah, I get some.
Yeah, doesn't he remember that one episode where
I'm just
you
damn.
know,
I wonder-
Pikachu was like charged up and Magnemite fell in love with him?
I wonder how many. Yeah, right.
You're a tough little
How many
hombre,
times
aren't you? Just
do you
like
think
me.
Ash has been shocked in the anime? Like we're 100, almost 100 episodes in. I bet you 50 episodes he's been
Oh,
shocked.
I was gonna say higher. I was gonna say 80% of episodes, because it's a common occurrence. Like it, you know, it maybe not directly, but indirectly.
That's right, but we're looking for the nearest town so we can rest.
You're in luck.
He's like, "You're in luck. I got some beef jerky, but it's made out of metal."
All the way to Trovita
It's some metal jerky.
don't float.
The next town will be great, sir.
Ah, quit that sir stuff, will you?
Hey, quit that sir stuff. Well, you're quit that Missy stuff.
Call me by my name, Ethan.
Take over, Ash.
So this is funny. Like he's barely doing anything with the reins of the 2 Tauros, but like the second he gives the reins to Ash, it's like a nightmare. It's like such an amazing Ash thing to do.
But doesn't Ash have like 1,000,000 Tauros? He should understand how to, you know,
I know, right?
corral them by now.
He's got 30 of them.
Can we go back to the Safari Zone again?
That was in the broke the time space continuum.
Oh, just like the palm trees in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
Man, it lightnings way too often. Only happens on this one island.
Yeah, like what? Where's Lapras? like how'd they get here?
The one episode we don't see Lapras.
It's like this huge desert island.
We're about to rustle up.
All right, so
Pokemon.
what are we?
Magnemite, Jolteon?
Almost 10 minutes into the episode before we see Team Rocket for the first time, and of course they're just spying.
Oh, we'll bring them to the boss, but after we get a
Aren't they
little
hot?
currency out of their curd.
Don't they need food?
What do you mean, Jess?
No, man, they got a per diem from the
Steal
company.
those Magnemite. We can cash in by selling their electricity. We just have to figure out how.
Yeah. and
We
when
just
we
have to
do,
figure
we
out
can
how.
charge for a charge. Come on, let's get to work.
They just need that get rich quick scheme.
That's the Team Rocket way, the get rich quick scheme.
Blackout?
They're saying, hey man, a bunch of Magnemite together, that's easy money.
Now we're powering the whole town off of the Pokémon Center's Magnemite, but they won't last very much longer.
Chansey's like in a panic in the background.
What is it? What's happening?
Officer Jenny, the Magnemite are completely out of power. What do we do? I don't know.
They're completely
know.
out of power. Oh, see,
Yeah.
I was waiting for the phone to die.
Sounds like they're in a heap of trouble.
What happens if they don't have telephones or electricity for the hospital?
They all die.
Do something fast.
They all faint for real this time.
Like, did you notice that he's just in the back of his, like, trailer wagon car thing? He's got the video phone. That's, like, so funny.
What's it connected to? Wi-Fi?
It is connected to Wi-Fi. It's got electricity. Jolt, Jolt.
What in tarnation?
Yeah, I know. He actually said tarnation, which is fantastic. When are they going to learn about this Meowth balloon? It's like not a good look. But look at the fantastic, like Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote Acme brand giant magnet.
Where did they get that? You know what I mean? Like, do they just come prepared every single time with every single thing that they have?
They have the company credit card, man.
Yeah, but they just spied on them. They just were looking, and all of a sudden, they must have Amazon Prime or something.
No, it's what's the same day Amazon delivery, Amazon Now or whatever it is. It's like, man, I need that giant magnet. You're in luck.
And like, don't they know anything about like trying to capture
Stop there.
Pokemon?
No, just stop there. Don't they know anything? No. The answer is no. Doesn't matter what it is. The answer is no.
Oh, perfectly. Pikachu can dodge a quick attack, but can't dodge a slow-moving grapple arm.
You gotta let it go, man. It wasn't even squeezing him tight. Shockproof grabber arms.
I thought it was gonna grab Ash.
Jolt, jolt.
Wow, pin missile. I never thought that attack would work.
See, the pin missile should have been what
Jolteon
I know.
just left Pikachu.
I know.
He just let Pikachu drop.
Smashes on the ground. But that pin missile should have shredded the balloon.
Yep, 100%.
This is pretty funny. It's the same fate as Pikachu. It's like Arbok just falls to the ground.
Quick, Arbok, knock out that Jolteon with the tackle attack.
Nope.
It'd be nice if he used like poison needle or pin missile himself.
Jolt.
Nope, tackle. Let's just attack him.
Oof. My elbow.
My back.
Pikachu, Thunderbolt.
Pikachu, I know you just got slammed to the ground and Jolteon left
I know
you,
you just I know you just fell 5 stories from a balloon onto the rock ground, but Thunderbolt a hole into the balloon, please.
It's used up a lot of its
one
Poor
attack from
Jolteon.
that weak Arbok.
Great job, Jolteon.
Well, I guess he probably never attacked with Jolteon.
You can't go like this.
He's a traveler. I'm sure he's had to defend himself.
Yeah, like I don't understand how his Jolteon was not that strong.
Now don't you go worrying
It's
about
a
me,
level
son.
15.
That town
He should be
needs
charged up too.
need my Magnemite.
Now, wasn't I Sam Tarnation?
Ash, what do you think you're doing?
Ash is taking the initiative.
Deliver those Magnemite.
Thanks, Ash. I only wish I could make the trip myself. Take
I only wish I
Magnemite
could.
once
So
in a while
where's
to the
like doesn't
towns
he need a
below those
doctor?
mountains.
Can't you just tell the Magnemite to fly themselves back?
Count on me,
Just Jolteon knows the way. Just go.
Let's go, Magnemite.
I like though how you can see how big Tauros is. Look, it looks cool here.
Let's ride, Pikachu.
It reminds me of the
Careful out there.
Ultra Sun and Moon when you could ride your Tauros.
I like this. The music here is very like.
Did you say majestic or
No, it's like
Like Rocky.
80s. You know, yeah, it's like an 80s movie like montage music of
It's just a little further.
where you would see like the map and the red line going across the map as they travel.
Yep.
But immediately he like loses all the Magnemites. They just like scatter.
Hey, we're almost there. Come on, get back here.
They're like, nah,
Ash,
bruh.
you gotta get.
He's like,
control of these
I have the
Magnemites.
Magnemite whistle. Why aren't you staying?
I
Pikachu.
guess I blew it.
Get electrified. Ooh. I
Yeah,
love
so
how they
what?
float like upside down. Huh? There was only 7 there.
Poor Tauros.
In case anybody was counting.
Hey, I better make sure everybody's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. He had 9. There's only 8 there now. He did a terrible job.
Where's that number 6?
I like the number 6 is like derpy. He's like all bent up.
How is it? It's just like splashing in the water? Like what?
He's lost and broken and derpy. Get over here, bro.
Number 6? You can't just fly off like that.
It'd be funny if there was like marker, like actually write the numbers on them. So you can, yep, you're number 6. Let's go.
Number 6? What are you pulling me away for?
Prepare for trouble. Just once more.
So
Oh,
like,
no, not again.
but like literally this, like Team Rocket was just here.
We got rid of you.
You did, kid. But those Magnemite are so magnetic, we just couldn't stay away. Our new
Ah,
So
good,
now-
good
yeah.
puns.
Yeah, now they've got more toys.
It's portable and it's environmentally
And they're building up
friendly.
static electricity. I think that's pretty funny.
Get your socks out, kids.
I'm gonna let you get
Rub
this
the balloons on your hair. Look at it. It's so funny.
Pikachu, run away quick and take the Magnemite with you.
Again, just go.
There they are.
Jessie's just like putting it in between her armpit and just, oh man. So funny.
Pikachu! Hey, wait, don't go that way. They're only gonna steal you.
They're only gonna steal you. Stop.
This way.
Well, they're attracted to the static electricity.
Perfect. Now we got
The terrible
Give back those
wrap-up animation in a blanket of flying Magnemite. So lazy.
Yeah.
Animators. It was so lazy, animators.
your energy back in.
Go back and fix your 20-year-old cartoon, please.
Pikachu! You wear yourself out.
Hey, wait!
Where's the thunderstorm when you need it?
No, yeah, exactly.
No, don't just stand there. Make with the static.
And they're all charged up, so like, can't they just attack Team Rocket?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Come on.
why don't? No, you know what though? They got to keep their energies for the town people.
Yeah,
They gotta make some money. They need some digital Poke Puffs to eat.
It's almost over.
Oh, you lost number 6, bro.
oh, this is why he's derpy, because he makes weird decisions.
I love the fact that he has bent magnets.
Why can't we have that Magnemite in the TCG form?
Derpy Magnemite.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty cool. Wah 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 wah.
Derpy magnets into 6 derpy magnets.
Derpy Magneton.
Magnet Pokemon. Evolved form of Magnemite. Its anti-gravitational powers allow it to float, and it can emit powerful magnetic and electric fields.
So now you can earn more money by storing additional energies because you have bigger batteries in the Magnemite.
If we just rub hard enough, maybe we can.
They're still trying to make static
They'll
electricity.
get extra pieces of, what, glass?
And Meowth burns his nipples. I thought Pikachu had no energy left.
Oh, no, the Magnemites healed him.
Charged them up. Oh, okay. Yo, check. Was that cool the way that electricity looked?
Yes, yeah.
It was like a cool, like,
The
funky-
multiple intensity levels.
Yeah. Look at this. Burning the midnight oil. Finally makes it back.
Well,
We get some nice
do our job.
mellow music. Yeah, we made it, Ash. Yeah, man. It's like,
Oh, quick, Ethan.
look how good Tracy is at steering the wagon. They should have let Tracy drive before.
Yeah, he's a Pokemon watcher. He sees and knows everything.
Thanks to Ash.
All thanks to Ash. What's the P for?
Can't thank you enough.
I don't know what we
Pokemon Center?
I'm glad I could help.
Say,
It's a very nice looking
how'd you
Pokemon
like
Center.
to team up and be partners with old Ethan?
Huh?
You wrangled those Magnemite mighty good, and you even helped number 6 evolve into a Magneton. I could sure use somebody with a
It's like,
talent
obviously,
That's
we're
really nice
wrapping
of
up the
you, and
episode.
thanks for the offer.
All we had was a
Welcome to
fight
meet
with
me,
Team
Honestly.
Rocket.
And
2
maybe
fights with Team
someday
Rocket.
I'll get to know as much about Pokemon as
I'm-
you do.
I'm growing impatient. I
Much,
need
much
gym
more.
battles.
Goodbye, amigo.
Goodbye, amigo.
Friend. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Misty and Tracy just walking backwards.
Thanks again. Goodbye.
After beating the bad guys and helping to save the day,
After
Ash and his
beating the
friends
bad
hit the trail
guys.
once
Come on,
more,
narrator.
headed toward the next gym and their next adventure.
They better be heading towards the next gym. I mean, like, jeez. I don't know, man. I don't know. Am I alone here?
No, this is not my favorite episode.
Like, the Ethan character, nothing memorable.
What in tarnation is
I
that
mean, there's
name?
a cowboy in the middle of, like, the Orange Islands. The Orange Islands are, like, tropical, but all of a sudden this one's... I don't know. I don't know. I think the only thing that can make me feel better is opening this booster pack that I have in front of me right now. Let's see what I
For the
got.
first time, have to have a digital booster here.
All right, you have your TCGO pulled
I'm
up.
gonna be the awful person.
All right, well, I have a pack of Rebel Clash. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what color code card we have. Come on, baby, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. It's a green code card. Oh no. All right, here we go. We got Metachan, Pokeball, Pelipper, Bronzor, Toxel, Applin, there's the Galarian Darumaka, Bunnelby, Practical Art. My reverse is an Applin, and my rare is a non-hollow Scizor. Jeez Louise. God. I'm due, man. I am so due for something good.
Yeah. Can you just pull something good for once?
No, I can't. The game will not let me.
The game will not let you?
The TCG, the trading card game, will not let me.
The packs. The packs that you keep opening. Stop getting those packs. Get different packs.
These packs were... This was from the tins. I bought the Zacian and Zamazenta tins. Jeez.
Okay. All right, my PTCGO is not responding. I have to dig into older packs. Hang on one second. Okay, what are we thinking? I have Evolutions, Steam Siege, Guardians Rising, or Burning Shadows?
Oh, man. Steam Siege are the worst.
Yeah, so...
Burning
we're not doing
Shadows
that.
has Guzma. I don't know, man. Whatever.
All right, we'll go Burning Shadows. We're doing Burning Shadows. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I got a Psychic Energy, Escape Rope, Bouffalant, Electric, Tynamo, Crabrawler, Inkay, Ladybug, Caterpie. My reverse hollow is an Olivia, and my hollow rare is a Zygarde.
Okay.
Womp
Well,
womp.
at least you
I
got
saw
a hollow.
I saw the white code card and I was like, oh, and then was quickly disappointed.
Well, yeah, there you go. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Thank you to everyone for checking us out. We appreciate it if you made it this far. Please check out GottaWatch'emAll.com for everything that's going on at the show. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on at the network. Definitely check out our merch store. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. You can email us, info@GottaWatch'emAll.com. You can leave us a text, voicemail, picture, video, 732-835-8639. Other than that, Adam, you got anything else?
Nah, we just need to get some different packs.
Yeah, man. I think I'm done for Rebel Clash. I think I might dip into some older packs starting next week as well. But as far as the show is concerned, remember, y'all, if you remember, Sam
Remember,
Tarnation.
what's in Tarnation, okay, y'all?
Remember, if you can't be out there catching them all, just hang out with us and watch them all. Yeehaw! We'll see y'all next week.
Yipper snappers.
Later.